What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today is November the 26th. I want to give you a quick pre-market update, go over some of the hot movers and what big money is doing today. Before we get into any of that, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So starting off with macro data, we just had mortgage applications and mortgage market index coming out, both better than the previous. Applications came in at 0.2, market index came in at 317.6. So kind of signals that demand is growing a little bit. Market seems to have liked it because it caused a nice little push right here. Dow is up 0.23, S&P up 0.37, and NASDAQ up 0.51. Only other data points to really watch for today is initial jobless claims, and that is coming out at 8:30. Current forecast for that is 224. I see some accounts online as well saying that a potential deal, Russia-Ukraine deal, is going to just propel the market higher. I tend to disagree. I don't really see it being that big of a market mover, but potentially if we do get a deal, let's say today or over the next couple of trading days, then in theory, based on, I guess, broader consensus, the market might move higher. So just keep that in mind as well. Aside from all of that, though, you do see the fear and greed index recovering slightly, still under the extreme fear, though, meaning people's appetite for risk not really on the table. When it comes down to some of the stocks I'm going to be going over, this doesn't really jive whatsoever. But nonetheless, in theory, people's appetite for risk isn't really on the table. But getting right to it, SoFi is up 0.35%, largely just piggybacking off of the broader market. No news, no SEC filings, but then again, they like to put out news at 8 a.m., so a little bit too early for that. Right now, 9.55% of the free float is being shorted, works to be 113.05 million shares overall being shorted. With that 28.45, it is trading between this pivot and this S1, so 29.03 is going to be that key pivot. You really want to watch for SoFi to get above today, and then following would be 31.98, but at least for today to kind of build up some good momentum, 29.03. One thing as well to take note of, though, is historically Thursday and Friday, due to Thanksgiving and so forth, is very low volume. So don't anticipate any crazy moves during those days. So today might be kind of the last big trading day for the week. But regardless, in SoFi's case, just watch for 29.03. Moving on, NIO. So NIO is recovering slightly, up 1.09%. One thing as well to take note of, though, is you see a lot of individuals saying that NIO's earnings, that sell-off, where it went down 4.35%, was largely unjustified. One thing that did come out that I feel like Wall Street wasn't really anticipating was bullish ratings. And so, for instance, yesterday we got 3 posted, all of which kind of signals $7 and above is on the table. And then most likely over today and maybe even the next couple of trading days, we could see some more bullish ratings really pushing NIO higher. So let me know your general thoughts on that. 11.41% of the free float is being shorted, works to be 157.9 million shares overall are being shorted. Anticipate shorts to be fairly active today as per usual. With it right now at 556, it is trading between this pivot and this S1. So 540 is going to be a strong support and kind of bounce off that general area yesterday. So 538 was a low. Flip side, 575 is that next strong target, and conveniently that's kind of bounced off of that general area yesterday as well. And so 570 was a high. So it's just kind of watch for these. So the pivot or the S1, whether it breaks below that, it will be a indication of more consolidation. And then if it breaks above that 575, then you might see a nice recovery. Moving on, you have Webull. No news, no SEC filings, but this stock has been very hot during the overnight trading. I see some screenshots saying that it actually hit like $10-ish, $10.40. So there's a lot of good crazy momentum despite there being no official news from it. You see this individual posting online just saying the reason why it's moving higher is just because it's undervalued. I massively disagree. Big money always knows ahead of time, and very resemblant based on this. So most likely there's going to be a big announcement that does come out, or potentially either a new analyst rating is going to be posted. But yeah, definitely this type of price action just doesn't come out of the blue. But 4.26% of the free float is being shorted, works to be 10.43 million shares. So I don't anticipate shorts to be that active. Right now with it at 936 during the pre-market, it is above this S2 currently. So that 935 is going to be that key pivot. So just watch for that. And then again, based on individuals' screenshots, looks like it did hit roughly around that 1041 range during the overnight trading. So this will be a day trader's dream. So just watch for 935 to hold, and then 1041 to be the next strong target / resistance. Li Auto, so they put out their earnings this morning and they are pulling back slightly, and they did cite a lot of issues, so supply chain and bottlenecking, and I don't think any of that should have been a real surprise because that information was made available yesterday. And I even, in fact, brought that up during my NIO video when I covered that kind of close to the market close yesterday. So in general, it's pulling back. Not as I would have anticipated based on what they've mentioned. It would be down a lot more. So it's actually holding up fairly well. Not heavily shorted though, so that won't be that big of a deal. So 3.96% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 20.84 million shares. Right now with that 782, it is trading between this pivot and this S1, 1765 and then 1724. Just watch for those to be support levels if you're wanting to day trade, swing trade. Flip side, 1831 and then 1897 is going to be the next strong target / resistance. I don't really see that being on the table, this pivot point. Again, based on what I can see from their earnings, most likely their actual conference is on, like, going on right now, but I don't really see it recovering to this point. So for today, just watch for that 1765 to hold. And then last but not least, ticker is CETY. So they are pulling back slightly. This is the most heavily traded stock during the pre-market. So that's a good sign that this is going to be a day trader's dream. And I think today there hasn't been any news, no SEC filings. So it's just a certain level of profit taking. And any stock running up 116.82%, you're going to have profit taking. That's almost a guarantee. And the reason why it went up 116 yesterday was because of this right here. So feel free to pause it and go through it, but it's not heavily shorted, so don't anticipate them to be that active or kind of suppress the price. So 1.4% of the free float is being shorted. Works to be 41,000 shares, and right now with that at 221, it is trading exactly on this S1. So that's going to be a key pivot. If you're wanting to kind of set a stop loss, might be oriented towards this S2 of $1.98, or potentially that might be a good opportunity to buy for a swing trade. But nonetheless, a lot of big money is getting in. Yesterday, we did see a high of 298. So, and it did go up fairly fast. So 257 and then 293 is going to be the next strong target / resistance points. So this one, again, just kind of watch for that 221 to be that key pivot. So let me know your thoughts on these stocks. Is there any other stocks that you're going to be day trading today or watching at least? One final thing, because of Black Friday, it did lower the prices of all these tiers. So if you are looking for some solid on-point day trades and swing trades, check that out. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.